first started Scryer, we didn't even really think about the bar space at all. We hadn't even planned that far out ahead. All we knew is that we wanted to create a great rum that was going to change the way that people thought about rum. For us, the bar came about a little bit later. I would say about 2018, 2019. We were starting to develop the rum, and we wanted to create a space where people could really interact and experience what we were trying to create, and that was where the Barrelhouse came from. When we thought about creating the brand, the first thing that we wanted to represent was quality. Quality was key and pivotal. When I think of Scryer, I think of creativity and passion, and everything that we put together was based on the creativity and passion that we had for rum and for creating a quality product. As far as the design of the branding and all that sort of thing, that was done 100% from scratch. That was quite literally just Derek and I on some laptop until 2:30 in the morning, just changing every little pixel until it felt perfect. Incorporation of a couple design aspects, so we're talking like, let's say the bottle, for example. The bottle is got this kind of rounded shoulder shape that's very representative of classic rum, but on the bottom it's squared off. And that kind of, to a lot of people, has this representation of like a whiskey. You think like Johnny Walker or something like that. It has this square shape. So people associate that with the quality of something like whiskey, but the reality is we're really trying to merge those two and develop this bottle that has that same quality statement, but it's very much rum. It's 100% rum, and it's just a different category in general. Funny thing so we had searched and gone through a couple buildings. We knew a general area where we wanted to be. We were talking about Santurce, Miramar, Old San Juan obviously was always in the discussion, and Old San Juan had this heart of history and quality that really kind of fit the brand image. But at the same time, we still had a bunch of different spots in play, and we were, weighing the benefits and the deficits of each one. But when we saw that property on Calle Tetuan, it was, for me at least, like love at first sight. I knew that it had to be there, despite everybody saying, "Oh no, Tetuan doesn't have people. People don't go down to Calle Tetuan. It's kind of a dead street." But even still, the thought was, well, we can bring them there, and we've been really fortunate to have neighbors that have had that same feeling. So now we're creating this whole bar street on Calle Tetuan, and it's not just a given that people are going to walk by. People go there as a destination, and that was always the hope. Always the hope that Scryer would have that kind of pull to where people would want to come and visit, walk out of the way just to go there. The second I walked in, which is really kind of ironic, because when we walked in there, that building was almost completely destroyed. Everything was rusted out on the roof. There was just piles and piles of debris. It was almost completely destroyed by Hurricane Maria. We had to put in a new staircase and everything. So it was building truly from ground up. And that was another thing that kind of drew me to it, was that it had the framework to get across that message that we really, really wanted to portray. But at the same time, we could do whatever we wanted with it. It was there to be built up, just like the brand had been. And so I wish I could, give a timeline for everything right here and now, but give a couple little sneak peeks. Like we were talking about, a couple new bar spaces that we have in mind. This is the distillery. There's a bar space, sister bar, that we're talking about right now in Old San Juan. So obviously that means more expansion for the team, things like that, more opportunities. One of the best parts of my job, truly, is I get to go around the world, to Portugal, to Spain, to Scotland, and find these really, really unique barrels from small family farms, things like that, like port wine producers. We had an incredible experience out there. Out these select barrels that have history, and great quality to them. And so those will be special barreling offers. So those are coming up soon, as well as rum that's a little bit lighter in age. So something a little lighter, a little bit more approachable in price points for people that do want to make lighter cocktails, things like that. Proud to say that everything that we've ever made has been made, from this family here. Say Derek, myself, Alana, Ivan, some of the team. Everybody's input comes in together, and it's been made from scratch, from absolutely nothing into what Scryer is now. So I just remember nights and years of nights of Derek and I just going over iterations and iterations of what Scryer could be and how we wanted to represent it. And there was no template or anything like that. We had to build that up completely from scratch, and incredibly proud of it.